got some pretty surprising numbers here from Netflix. Netflix has apparently lost 31% of its market share over the last year, despite adding more than 36 million new users as its competitors gain steam. Now, that's interesting. That's almost as much as they have lost, which I think is kind of funny, because you would think that Netflix would be growing massively, especially when you consider that most people are locked in their homes right now and not really going out anywhere. There's really not that much to do as far as big events or something like that. So most people are stuck at home, and Netflix is losing a little bit of steam. Now, you can say a lot of this might have to do with their competitors. I think HBO Max and Disney Plus have definitely chipped away at them a little bit, particularly Disney Plus. I'm going to talk about Godzilla vs. Kong again, too, here, because HBO Max is really raking in some numbers thanks to that movie. So they say, despite adding more than 36 million new users, Netflix's U.S. market share took a tumble from 29% to 20%, representing a 31% drop since 2020. Why did they put percent and not a percentage sign there? That seems kind of, shouldn't you keep a uniform? Whatever, Daily Mail. Amazon Prime Video is in a comfortable second place with 16% of the market. Hulu barely made it to third place at 13%, while HBO Max is hot on the company's heels with 12%. Disney Plus rounds out the top 5 streaming services in fifth place with 11%. The leftover 28% of the market is made up of services like Apple TV, Starz, Paramount Plus, and others. And that's why those are all going to fail. All of those are going to fail. I think the only ones that will survive are probably going to, because Hulu is basically Disney. So you have to imagine Disney actually owns 24% of the market if you combined Hulu and Disney Plus, because that's basically one package. And then whatever they have from ESPN, whatever they call their ESPN service, I don't know, is it ESPN Live or whatever? I'm not sure. So they aren't going anywhere. And then HBO Max is there. So basically, I think Amazon Prime, Hulu, Disney, HBO Max, and Netflix are going to be around. But I honestly think Netflix is going to lose steam because a lot of this content that they're making and putting out, nobody's really talking about it. I can't even think of the last time I watched something on Netflix that wasn't Tiger King, to be honest. Is anybody watching the new Netflix content? I've seen one or two of the movies and the shows, and they are pretty damn woke. Imagine being in a position right now when you could have dominance and you're wasting it and blowing it all away on woke content. Anyway, the reason I find this funny is, you have HBO Max rising up. Godzilla and Kong scores biggest audience for HBO Max to date. Imagine what's going on over there at Warner Brothers right now with how good this movie is doing in the theaters. By the way, it's nearing 300 million worldwide box office, which is amazing considering that you can get it for free on HBO Max, and you have the whole couth restriction stuff still kind of holding theaters back. I guess theaters in the UK are still closed. So that's a pretty crazy number that this movie has made. But it's also been successful for HBO Max, and we don't have a lot of data on this, but Samba TV, who somehow has figured out a way to do some kind of data analysis with streaming services, probably in the same way that the Nielsen folks do it with cable ratings in some fashion. But they're reporting that this is a massive hit for HBO Max. In fact, the most surprising thing on here, which has got to piss off movie theater owners, is that a lot of people have watched this twice on HBO Max, which I thought was pretty surprising. They've sat down and watched this 2 times. How many people watch a movie twice? Not many. And, here you've got people doing it with this movie. Third-party streaming ratings from Samba TV reported Monday that 3.6 million households watched at least 5 minutes of Warner Brothers' Legendary's Godzilla vs. Kong on HBO Max in the pick's first 5 days on the site from March 31st to April 4th. While HBO Max didn't provide any official viewership figures on Godzilla vs. Kong, previous data from Samba shows that the fourth goal's audience was larger than previous HBO Max movies for the first 4 days. The Christmas weekend launch of Wonder Woman 1984 and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Note that Samba TV only pulls viewers from terrestrial smart TVs. Nonetheless, its data on Godzilla vs. Kong supports the claim made Sunday by Warner Media direct-to-consumer EVP and general manager Andy Forssell that the movie had a larger audience viewing than any other film or show on HBO since launch. And then they break down a lot of the domestic stats and, how many people are watching this. Guys, of course, 64% are watching the movie. It's got young audiences. Kids are loving it. It's a hit. So the big takeaway here to me is it's just, you have all these other companies really jumping up. Netflix has lost a lot of its audience, and I think they're going to continue to go down the toilet. Also, Godzilla vs. Kong is exactly what people have been asking for, something that entertains them. And while it's not Citizen Kane or, some epic cinematic masterpiece of storytelling, it's pretty damn fun, which I think a lot of people that's what a lot of people just want to watch. And that's what they're getting from this movie. And then, you go over to Netflix and you see cuties and garbage like that, and I think a lot of people are just checking out. Now, of course, a lot of this goodwill that HBO Max is putting out right now, they could check out from there in an instant too, but I'm not so sure. I think this is going to be a big year for HBO Max, particularly when you bring in next month Godzilla drops. Or not Godzilla, I'm sorry, Mortal Kombat drops. And that's going to be even big too. I hope that's a good movie. I really hope it's a good movie. I really want that movie to be good because I love the Mortal Kombat games. So I'm hoping that it turns out to be a fun movie. We'll see. But as far as, Godzilla vs. Kong goes, who saw this movie coming? Bringing up movie theaters, bringing HBO Max up a little bit, Netflix, also losing a lot of steam. I really wonder what's going to happen. I think that they're going to drop. I think, you look at their market share, I think you're going to see this drop substantial. It's going to have a substantial drop. I don't think Amazon Prime is going anywhere. I think that's going to grow. I think Hulu and Disney is going to grow, and HBO Max is going to grow, and I think Netflix is going to bottom out because they don't have anything anymore. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.